As a director, I think that's very helpful to actually back your decisions up with the concept. I think, you see, for example, gold. Gold is not a material that just I wanted to use. It's a material that actually speaks directly to the concept, right? Like time is gold. Like why we use the lighting that way? Because the lighting needed to be very natural, needed to feel that it's a time lapse. It's the one day, it's like a time measure. So that's why the shadows and the lights are moving. For example, the set design itself, there's a lot related to time. That's the shapes of the killing time scene or the infinite. It's very important. You as a director, you take decisions sometimes because you like it and that's it. But I like it when they are actually based and directly linked to the concept. For me as a concept, the idea of timeline was very solid. And it helped me out as well to actually design the scenes and to make sure that, that they were in the same sort of a space or, like using the same sort of tone and playing with the panels and the space. But then when we actually started building the scenes with Edgar, we realized that, wow, these scenes on their own are so beautiful and so well, composed that if the camera is moving all the time, it's just gonna be a mess. Like nothing is gonna fit because the camera lenses, and the perspective, because everything is like so compact, there is almost no, space between the elements. If you move the camera, everything just got discoordinated, right? Or disconnected. So we were like, no, that's not gonna happen. I think that we should be doing something very contemplative and very sober and very, like take the time to watch this. And that was the reason why we started thinking about, the edit. One thing that was from the beginning was the idea of, time and a metronome and the rhythm of it. And that was very important for animation and also for the edit. So we started from the beginning with the animatic using a metronome piece and starting cutting all the ideas, all the scenes using that track. So here you can see the first animatic that we did, and you'll see that all the cuts, they are actually in the metronome, like in the second. Let me play it for you. But here you can see that all the cuts, they are made when the sound of the metronome says. And I realized that actually it was a little bit boring. It was like unexpected. So I prepare another animatic where you can see that the actual cuts are done in between, some of them in between the second. So that helps to give a little bit more of rhythm, a little bit, more of a surprise factor, and also helps in the animation. When you cut in the stronger part of the movement of something, then it's more, it's more agile and it's more dynamic. And you can see here how the edit was done. Also, let me say that the first animatic that we did, it was very useful for us to see if the scenes needed like a close-up or not. You know, like it's the moment to decide, even if you have just the same image and a still one that is not moving or anything, you have to decide like, okay, we need here a detail, or we need here to be actually pulling over, or, you know, like zooming in, zooming out. You need to decide that in the animatic phase. And that's where I started to be like, okay, we need a detail, we need a close up, we need more things, you know, like not just a camera sitting there watching something that is happening, to give the film a little bit more of rhythm. And I think that now everyone, you know, there's a lot of things out there that they are like crazy jump cuts and match cuts and, you know, crazy edit and camera movements and things like that, where actually there is no need for that sometimes, right? Like you can, a strong edit can be very, very satisfying too.